Aquarius, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you are new to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, welcome to another Aquarius Tarot. Aquarius Love Tarot, Aquarius Love Reading, channeled love messages. Love messages from your person. Messages from their higher self. The Page of Wands just came right out. It's your first placement. We're going to get into that in just a moment. Another card is showing Ace of Pentacles. Well, Aquarius, let's see where this is going. It is a reading where we're going into their thoughts, feelings, intentions, what you might need to know, don't see coming. Is anyone making a move? Let's take a deep dive. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Aquarius. Please show us the cards. Aho. Look what we have here. So we have the Page of Wands in the upright, Ace of Pentacles upright, Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So we definitely have somebody who's, as my mom would say, farting around commitment. Whoa. Did you see just how the Wheel of Fortune came out? Somebody here is trying to formulate what they want to say, because this is somebody who has clearly been struggling with commitment, but I think that this is somebody who wants this, whether you were there or you're waiting on that. But it's really clear as we come in here with our Ace of Pentacles, sort of like, here it is coming in. Next level. What is that around? Feelings going to exclusive or serious. Friends, platonic and or friends energy to more, moving in. What exactly is it? Because they're staring here at our Page of Wands that came in your first card, just kind of the way it came out even. Looking at that wand saying, okay, this is how I want to do this. And it's connected to the Eight of Wands in reverse, which is really validating for me around them. First of all, being in their head, a Mercury Sagittarius energy, really in their head here, like stuck what to say. So it could be that they're literally trying to write things out. How do you feel about it? Because it's like, I'll hear you out. Seven of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. So more struggle around our messenger, but also connecting to the struggle around the relationship, the pentacle. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which came out abruptly, just the way it even came in today, which is your overall energy. And I do want to tell you that is connected to the throat chakra. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a news cycle. It's a turning point here that's going on. So what they have to say to you, you want to hear. Is this like a new start or moving again to another level? There is a soulmate energy here, and it's just telling me that something's going on now. Like there is some movement. And I want to talk to you about, oh wow, are they getting out of their ego? Is there something else going on here? Look, the Death card is here. I want to tell you, okay, yeah, they're getting out of their ego. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Finally, because what mess did they make? The Magician in reverse. I want to tell you, astrologically speaking, what's going on. Accounting for a lot of this as I channel for you at the time that I'm channeling for you. But I want to remind you, let me straighten the cards, that you are here when you're meant to be here. So trust the timing of that, whether it's in real time or we're looking at days, weeks, months, years later. We have come out of our Mercury retrograde under Pisces. You know, we just had our Pisces new moon, so a lot of things shifted. Mercury is now went direct and is in retro shade, Mercury retro shade under Aries. So it's sort of like the storm passed, but there's still debris. And you can literally see that in the Magician in reverse of whatever has gone on here, because that's a pretty scattered energy. It's like the Magician has all the elements, you know, can get focused and make some things happen. And it's the opposite. We're dealing maybe even with chronologically years speaking immaturity, but it could just be around some immaturity around relationships or moving forward to another level. And that's really validating in our Page of Wands in the upright, our Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Swords, somebody who's holding on to some information. Five of Pentacles So the thing is, it's in reverse. And that is a validation that, yeah, there's some worry. There's some kind of a pause, maybe for some of you not talking at all. Could be a no contact, of course. It's going to be specific to you, and I need to bring in some more. But I will tell you, there is an energy here of not wanting to lose you. And if they have, wanting to win you back. What they have to say is, the thing is you want to hear it. The Four of Wands is here. Wow, okay. Three of Swords, it's in reverse. What are they getting out of their ego to do here? They're here to apologize, and I think it might be more than that. The Four of Wands can be a marriage card. So I want to validate that energy for you, to Venus and Aries energy, but it is also a reunion energy. It's a coming together kind of energy. So if you can see each other, maybe even at that wedding, this person is going to be standing around watching, trying to work their way over toward you. Yeah, because they're in their head about what to say to you. So I do want to validate, if this is someone you already know you can see, like you're planning to see them, they're definitely sort of plotting what they want to say. Like they're in their head. They do have an apology to make. What happened in the Three of Swords? Because there's a heartbreak, there's a loss energy here. So again, it could be that you're not talking to this person at all, that there's just been some complications that are going on. The Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay, that's really validating. Because the Knight of Pentacles is already pretty slow around the long-term energy, but then the reverse energy here is also a validation around the stubbornness connected to our Ace of Pentacles. What is this around? Moving forward from platonic and or physical, moving in, marriage. For some of you, that's really clear. Did something specific go on in the Three of Swords around the heartbreak here, or something that came apart here? Because it is here with the Death card. So it's pretty validating. But I'm also wondering, wow, if it's a make or break energy, Nine of Cups is here. That is a wish fulfillment energy. One cup shy of the Ten of Cups. It's a Jupiter energy. Finally ready to have this conversation or break a silence. It definitely feels like more than an apology. What they have to say to you, you want to hear. What does that mean? The Knight of Cups is coming in here too. There's some promises in here. There is also an apology in here. And the Knight of Cups, it's a double-edged sword, you could say. I'm looking at you, Page of Swords. Because the Knight of Cups can sometimes be a little unreliable as well, you know. But this energy of romance and a princess, Prince Charming kind of energy, a proposal kind of energy, it is coming here with the Ace of Pentacles. And again, it's also coming here with an apology. Is there something also within this Death card that has needed to change or end in order for this to even have a chance? That definitely is a validation. And probably why we're looking also at the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Because it's sort of like, I'll hear you out, but it's also this person is really in their head, like, what happened here? It does feel like it could be that it was intense, you know? Maybe not just a simple, oh, an apology, and here's some, let's go to this, let's head this direction. Like, what exactly went on here? When you get into the Death card, you are coming out of the Hangman energy. Wow. So this is, whoa. This is really validating around, these are the last two coming in. Yep, oh my gosh. So this is super validating. We have the Emperor in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse, Justice. Look, the Ten of Swords is here. However, this is the thing about the Ten of Swords and the Death card. So it could be validating that that's already where this is for some of you. No contact, no communication. There's been some discord going on. And you're maybe in a pause or maybe even a breakup. But it also has a really strong energy around make or break, because this is somebody who is coming here with an apology to make things right. Some of you have literally been waiting on it. Two of Wands, upright. Look, going here with our Page of Pentacles in reverse. But also, could it be that you're still waiting for something more? Because this is an energy of waiting, you know, for somebody to make a choice, to make a move. It could be, and look, in the Three of Wands comes right after in reverse, which is a delay in that movement. Not talking about the future, perhaps, for some of you, because look, in the Two of Wands, there's a world here, the earth. Holding on to the One of the Wands, which we've seen here literally also even in our Page of Wands, but the other one's bolted down. So what's connected to this world for you? Is it around moving forward into marriage? Would it require somebody to relocate? Are there third parties around work, people, money? The Emperor in reverse. It's an imbalanced energy. It can be around an immature energy. It's sort of like having trouble making plans. The Emperor is, I mean, it's here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, but that's kind of major, like what's been going on. Mars and Aries energy, divine masculine energy, but we could be looking at it, look directly here with our Four of Wands around somebody who's been struggling around the commitment of marriage. Justice here, even look, the way that Justice came back down on the table with the Four of Wands. Justice of the Peace energy might be here. There might be some paperwork stuff going on. Whatever the case is, whatever's in that world, it is a life-changing decision energy. And again, it could be around travel, could be indicating a long-distance energy, but it could also be around completing the picture for the two of you, which could be around heading toward marriage, the future. What do you want? You know, saying that to Aquarius's person, because we can see that there is still a wait here, but there's also a delay. And whether that's because there's already a separation here or it's the possibility of that happening, I'm going to tell you about this Justice card, why it's different. But before I do, the Ten of Wands is here. It's like exhausting, waiting. It's somebody here, again, it also connects to shadow, ego, fear around this person, around commitment, which does connect for some of you specifically to marriage. And whether this Three of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords is validating where you already are in a no contact energy, or again, it's around the make or break energy. It feels very strong around that regardless. Because this is a new cycle in this energy of the Wheel of Fortune connecting to the throat chakra, but also Jupiter, expansive, like a timing energy, luck, growth, things moving, prosperous, you know. So are you still waiting? Because that's the other thing. For some of you, maybe it's like putting these Ten of Wands down, the Death card, the Ten of Swords, getting those swords out and moving forward, not together. It's really specific. Because there's definitely this make or break kind of energy, because what they have to say to you, I feel like, is something, maybe, is it too little too late, or is there time? It's definitely to make it right. Now, I want to validate if there have been third parties and something this person was doing or behaving around. We could also be connecting that with Justice. Today's Justice card is not the normal, it's not your average Justice card. In this deck, there are two. In fact, it was interesting because they both came down in, what was that? Sagittarius's reading. And then Capricorn, both of the Strength cards came down. And that's the thing about this Justice. Look, it's an 8. There's a switcheroo with one of the Strength cards. So it is Justice, which connects us, of course, with the Libra energy and the truth and making it right. Rebalancing here. Look at this, because this is, they're holding on to the Ankh here, and that's divine feminine and divine masculine energy, but it's totally out of balance. The Emperor connecting to the root chakra in the, also the World card there, and that's the opposite of being sure about the future or making decisions. So we can see that. So it really is connecting also to that Strength card around whatever the shadow, ego, and fear has been around the relationship, but also in terms of the apology that they need to get out of their ego and make it, because that's the other thing I want to tell you. It's really validating for me around the ego and the Death card, like getting out of it. and coming here and making it right and telling the truth. There's no other way. I feel like they're not going to win with you unless they do. And it's really validating with the Emperor in reverse that they are an ego. The Four of Pentacles is in reverse. The Six of Wands is in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. It's like, stop farting around. Come and tell the truth, not having the confidence to do that. So if you can see each other, again, it's like they're laying low and they're watching, you know, to come over and talk to you. But it also still has that, in particular right now, the Mercury retrograde energy. And we are also, what are we, days away from a full moon in Libra. The Six of Wands, Jupiter and Leo energy, the Queen of Swords, also in reverse, Libra ruled by Venus. The lack of confidence around it, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun and Capricorn energy. So there is this energy of also here, again, maybe even around some kind of paperwork energy with Justice, with the Emperor in reverse, the Page of Swords, something else that needs to be worked out, something else that needs to end or change before anything could even change here. So that might be the case for some of you. But you're going to hear what it is you've been wanting to hear, and it's definitely connecting with Justice. And that 8, by the way, that can be connected to karma, obviously. We're connecting that to mastery, which is also the energy literally here with our infinity symbol and the Magician in reverse. So finally coming here with some truth, making something right here, what you want to hear, the Wheel of Fortune, wish fulfillment, and the Nine of Cups. Make or break. Are you in the Ten of Swords? Are you staying there in terms of this relationship, or is it a possibility that things can be worked out? Because again, it has a really strong energy of more than an apology here. But what happened? What are they apologizing for? Okay, we're bringing in some Oracle, which I'm not reading in reverse. Bottom of the deck. Look at this. Tender embrace. Elephants are Taurus. They have a very, they are connected to the earth energy, family energy, but also they have a very strong emotional energy. This trunk is up. There's little hearts coming off of it. That's a positive energy. I like that. I tell you, I just really feel like it's more than an apology. It's just a matter of where are you going from here? Because I also feel your energy here, Aquarius, really strongly. Like, I need this truth, and there's no other way, because the Queen of Swords in reverse, that's the protege to Justice. Yeah, and it's in reverse. Awakening Genius. It's an 11. Master number, again, getting into balance. It's for you. And what it is that you wake up energy and a final decision, perhaps. Connecting to Justice, but it's also around this person. Bearing fruit. Like I said, it just really feels like it's more than an apology here. It's a 3. It's timing, it's communication, it's growth. Because they have a higher view. That is so validating around the death of their ego. Will it be enough, the truth and apology? Only you can decide that. You have free will. Everybody does. The future is not fixed. You know, energies, outcomes, they can, they will, and they do change. I'm just the messenger here in your reading. Higher view, I see here. That's an owl. Wise. Somebody here is flying here with the owl above all the clouds, like seeing clearly, but that's also you, an awakening in Justice, you know? It could go either way, but this is definitely connecting with High Priestess energy, with Third Eye Chakra energy. The Hermit, it connects completely with the Death card. The Moon, what's been hidden. Archangel Gabriel is in that Third Eye energy as well, the wake-up energy around decisions, a final decision. Whoa, something just turned over and it fell. A deep breath. Here with the 7, reflection, control what you can, let go of what you can't. The second chance energy is actually really strong around this person. What happened? Again, I'm not privy to all the details, but it is coming through. And look at this. I already saw it. I want to tell you, I definitely have this feeling that it's make or break. Do you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 2 feet out? Look what's here. Let it go. It's very specific. And that 6, by the way, does connect us to the 6 major arcana, which we also see in the 6 of Wands here, and that's the Lover's card. So I feel like, again, this is around both of you connecting us here. Look at the heart even, and the 2 hummingbirds that are here, and they're tied together. Look. It's like they're both, the hummingbirds here are going to sort of pull away. Look, there's rose petals coming off here, and it's going to untie this and let all of these leaves that are tied together here go. It's sort of like, again, this feels very make or break. Where are you going from here? Is this apology and this truth, is it going to change things? Either bring you back together or bring you closer. Make or break, it's really strong. Let it go. Wow. Let's bring in some channeled love messages. Love messages from their higher self, keyword. A higher view, the death card here. The tarot closet. By the way, remember your playlists are linked in the video description below, also on the playlist tab. If you're a twin flame readings, all signs tarot, collective love readings, and all 12 zodiac signs. I made a bad decision. I definitely feel like the ego here is strong, but there's also some of that fear energy that's here. And that's coming through in our justice today. Our number 8 justice, emotional. Right below let it go, but also on bearing fruit in 9 of cups. Could be for some that it's like a too little too late energy, possibly. They want to know, do you love me? Right here on tender embrace with the 22. Master number energy, second chances. It was me, not you. Right here with awakening genius. Oh my gosh, and a higher view, perspective. I think of you all the time. No one compares to you. I have a song playlist for us. Do you think of me too? I have so many regrets. I'm still checking up on you, so if you are not around each other, you know. But even so, that's the Page of Swords, actually. It could be across the way, across town, across the world. It's going to be really specific for you. But it's definitely connecting to the 2 of you, because this also has this memory, a tender embrace of memories. Do you know what I mean? Memories and second chances. The last 2, you might have already seen some. No, I am not over you. So really validating if you are broken up, which for some of you, you are. No contact, no communication. And the last, channeled love message. Thinking of you, I think of you all the time. Do you think of me too? These cards are going bonkers. There we go. Beautiful Aquarius, that is your reading today. Thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet. Until next time.